Hi, I'm Chad, and today we are out here for day one of the first ever CRA race weekend. Are you recording me right now? You are. Oh, Hillary's here with me, recording me. So we just finished up the riders meeting. I'm gonna gear up and get ready to go out for the first session. Got the Daytona all prepped and ready to go. Tires are set, proper pressures. Should be hot. I changed my oil before I came out here and topped it off, so we should be good to go. Gonna go out for that first session, then head into the classroom, get some coaching and advice and knowledge about racing and what to do and what not to do. So looking forward to that. It's gonna be a good, exciting day. I'm a little nervous, but also super stoked and pumped to be out here. Gonna take it pretty easy this first session. The track's probably pretty cold and tires are probably gonna cool off pretty quickly, so gonna be conservative this first time out, but pick up the pace throughout the day and see how I'm feeling at the end of the day for the New Racer race to get my license. So let's have a great time. Time. It's been a pretty hectic day. The pace is crazy, not like in terms of the on-track pace, which is pretty high, far higher than I can ride, but just going and going and going. You go into the classroom at the end of every session and just talk about different aspects of racing. It's more just kind of racing best practices, things to know, just how important it is to make sure you understand your bike, what your bike's doing, picking up on that and maintaining it and making sure that it's not going to put you in a position where you might crash. So things about tires, suspension setup, and just how critical that is, and just knowing your own limits. So it's been really good so far. I pick up a little bit every time I do anything, any track day, any kind of motorcycling, anything. I feel like I learned something new. So it's been a good experience so far. The track days crew is really awesome and super friendly. LGB, Lyle Jeffrey Brown, is the guy that's running the class, and he's super cool. Super stoked to have him as the instructor for this, and looking forward to getting back out there after I have a little bit of food and riding fast again. All right, so they're breaking for lunch. I just had lunch. There was a 10-minute session before the half an hour for lunch that the corner workers take. I didn't do that because it's just 10 minutes. Figure why rush to get out there just to get like 2 or 3 flying laps in. So let's take a look at the garage, because I rented a garage for this entire weekend and it's the first time I've ever had a setup like this before, and it's actually really nice and convenient. So I got my bike over here and got the warmers on it, and there are outlets. There's power here. Brought my generator just in case, but I don't see myself using it this weekend. Just wanted to be prepared. Got the ramp in here as well. Got a little stool to sit on in case I need to work on the bike at all. Got air in here too, so I can air up my tires if I have to. Got a workbench that I've loaded up with all my stuff. We brought our own little table. Got an easy up in case we need it, and the D-rig for all of my gear. Got some fuel, and we got camping chairs. Then we've been sleeping in the back of the Sprinter van. So far so good. Been a lot of fun. Here's Hillary. Yeah. Yeah, we're having a blast out here. So Yeah, I'm gonna go back out for the next session in a few minutes here, then some more classroom stuff. And yeah, this day has been flying by really quick. So we'll be out here doing the NRO race pretty quickly, I think. So let's go.
Oil? Was that oil? Damn. Did you crash too?
I went down. There was no warning there. Right there on that.
Yeah, there's oil. Wow.
Did you lose your glove?
Is that oil?
Yeah. Did they leave that there from the last shit?
No, they were supposed to come out while during lunch and clean it up.
They just like clean it up.
Well, as you just saw, there was a nice little surprise waiting for me in Cotton Corners. I went to go flick it left in Apex, and I hit an oil slick. So thank you very much to the awesome person that leaked oil all over the track and, you know, didn't say anything about it. That was unfortunate. There was a guy who had a Moto America badge on his suit that crashed maybe a minute before me there. He'd just gotten his bike up the hill to the corner worker stand, so I had no indication. They were literally throwing the red flag as I was crashing. So that was pretty unfortunate, or at least I didn't see it until I was crashing. But yeah, it's quite a bummer. Luckily, Jarek at Motorsport Exotica has the parts that I need to put my bike back together, so I should be able to get out there, finish the class, and still race this weekend. The damage isn't too bad. A little bit of cosmetic here, but overall, I mean, the tank didn't even touch the ground. A little rash on the engine case cover. So I might have leaked a little bit of fuel or coolant or something. But yeah, overall, not in bad shape given the circumstances. Got my rear set off because I lost half of a peg and broke my heel guard. So I got a new heel guard, and then one of the ball bearings on the back side of the rear set for the linkage. This guy right here, the bearing surface right here just popped out. So my shifter was still working. I was able to ride the bike back into the pit, but there's a lot of play in my shifter. So I should be good to go after this. Let's go ahead and put this sad girl back together. My bike is back together and retech'd. I will get my license today. Unless I hit another oil slick, let's freaking hope not. buckle, lost the bolt. I forgot to torque on the rear set for the shifter, so I had to come in. Jarek at Motorsport Exotica saved my freaking weekend. I got the bolt, put the bike together. We're going out, we're about to race. Do the NRO race, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna finish, get my license, and we'll race this weekend. Woo! mission accomplished. Despite all of today's challenges, despite crashing due to somebody else's oil spill on the track, and my bike having some weird issue that now I have to sort out, bogging that start. I'm sure you guys were able to tell in the video, but when I went to go drop the clutch, I hit like an 8,000 RPM rev limit, the bike just would not go. And I was able to kill the engine, restart the bike, and it seemed like it took it out of that limp mode, but I don't want to race on a bike like that. So I had this other issue. This goes back like a month or two, but I spun a riv nut in the subframe on the bike to take the tail fairing off. So I didn't have access to the battery, didn't have access to the OBD2 port to pull the code. So JJ over at Suspension Matters got the bolt out and is resetting the riv nut. Gonna figure out what that code is, clear it, hope it stays gone, and hopefully try our luck tomorrow. Not hit oil, please. Oh, what a day. My poor DR suit, I think it was brand new. I've had that suit since like December. Oh well, that's racing, I guess. Let's check out the crash damage on the suit real quick, because I don't think I've shown you guys that yet. So, all in all, not too bad. Didn't make its way all the way through the leather. There's no rips, just some scuffing and scratches. Could have been much worse than that, so I'm really grateful that it wasn't. That if there was a corner to crash in, that was probably the one. Pretty low speed. So thankful for that, even though I'm still just super unfortunate. But when you're doing track days or racing, you know, sometimes things like this happen. So it is what it is, and we'll try a little bit harder next time to make sure we avoid oil. All right, so the day's over. I am exhausted. That was such a hectic day. I did not expect it to go anything like that. I had this very like, you know, romantic fantasy of it just going super smoothly and getting out. And I mean, just so much happened that I just never thought would. Hitting the oil slick and crashing, like, that's never happened to me before. So that's a new one. But picking my bike up, fixing it, and then going back out and actually ending up running the race. I lost a bolt at one point for my shift linkage, so I had to come in and figure something like that out. Big, massive thank yous to Jarrett at Motorsport Exotica and to JJ at Suspension Matters. Like, seriously, I would not be able to race this weekend without them. I wouldn't have been able to complete the new racer school, so it totally saved the day. I registered for 2 races on Sunday. We're going to do Super Sport 600 and Super Stock 600. Super Sport's more stock-oriented bikes, like stock engines, bolt-on mods, basically. Superbike is fully built bikes, but I hear that a lot of amateurs don't run in the Superbike 600, so it might just be me and a few other guys out there. I figure, why not throw my hat in the ring? I'm out here already anyways. Get a little more seat time that way. So super excited, about to go to bed here. Just went to go get ice and get some dinner. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was definitely a lot more eventful than I thought it was going to be, but appreciate it if you give it a gentle little click of the like button. Consider subscribing if you want to see more track day content and motorcycle stuff. Hit those notifications, and I'll hope to catch you in the next one. Until then, later.